It's time to let the monster out.
What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the anime crossover and what's currently wrong with the game. As of now, it looks like we're getting an anime crossover. It's not confirmed yet, but the majority of the votes are leaning towards yes. I've seen a lot of suggestions in the Discord against the crossover because some players don't want the game to end up like a one-piece game, slowly dying. These two comments in the Discord sum it up perfectly.
Vegeta913855 says, "Do not do cross-anime stuff. This game will end up like AOPG. It has a lot of potential, but the staff team is terrible. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, just giving honest feedback. This game needs a lot of work. For example, sound effects, better VFX, improved cutscenes, and optimization. Because for some reason, the game lags like hell. There are a lot of flaws, grammar errors, copied VFX, and no creative thinking. Just the same formula repeated over and over. Some examples of the flaws. Grammar error when the Soul King spawns in the second sea. In various quests, the NPC is male but gets referred to as her. While using melee styles and fruits, sword sound effects randomly play. This game needs to focus more on quality. Adding cross-anime content won't help it reach 10K active players a day. Please don't chase after money, just make the game better."
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Blue Cyclone 1603 says, "I don't know why they want to do crossovers. This game is called One Fruit. It's been that way for 3 years. We don't need a crossover. We need a dev team that listens to us and adds content-packed updates that aren't ridiculously easy to grind and finish in 2 days. We need a studio that takes its time to release big updates and creates good events. Ones that we actually want to play, with more meaning than just AFK grinding."
Honestly, I wouldn't be against the crossover if there weren't so many issues with the game, like the sound effects, animations, and visual effects. I talked about most of this in my previous video. Around 90% of the fruits, swords, and fighting styles either share the same sound effects or don't have any at all.
Brother, this guy stinks!
And about 55% of the swords and awakened fruits use the same visual effects. They're just different colors with a bigger AoE. Out of all the swords and fruits in One Fruit Simulator, only 2 really stand out. Mastered True Triple Sword Style, King of Hell, and Gear 5. There's no debate. Those two are on point with their sound effects, animations, cutscenes, and visuals. If the devs could put that same level of effort into everything else, the game would be one step closer to reaching its full potential. Now, let's talk about their update schedule and the QOL updates. Most of the QOL updates don't really bring much, usually just a damage buff or something like making keys tradable. I honestly think they should change their schedule to monthly updates instead of dropping new content every week. I get that the player base averages around 5K a day, but a monthly update would give the devs more time to work on sound effects, visuals, animations, and cutscenes. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. Plenty of people in the Discord feel the same way.
Blue Cyclone 1603 says, "Okay, everyone, hear me out. Stop doing weekly updates. Instead, focus on big monthly updates that include way more content and QOL improvements. This would give the player base more to grind each month, allow time for bug and glitch fixes, and give the devs more time to read suggestions and come up with better ideas." Locklight Bringer says, "Go back to monthly releases so the content improves and the devs have more time to actually create the items. It would also allow the management team to focus more on delivering a better overall experience for the player base."
I agree with this 210%. Monthly updates would be so much better because these weekly updates can literally be finished in like 4 hours. And then there's nothing to do but wait for the next one. There's also no real endgame content. Once you hit max level, get every sword, gun, accessory, divine title, and race. There's nothing left. You're just stuck waiting for the next update. Now let's talk about some other problems, starting with PvP. I'm sick of getting one-shotted, even when my observation hockey is on. PvP was only good for 1 week. Then they dropped a QOL update the next week, and PvP has been trash ever since. Please fix it. I know people might have 100% PvP damage, but the damage feels like 10,000, like you don't even get a chance to fight back or run away. It makes no sense. And bounty needs to actually mean something, not just be for flexing. The only reason I bounty hunt is to complete the daily and weekly quests. Next issue, Conqueror Hockey V2. Tell me how V2 is worse than V1. It lasts like 3 to 4 minutes, and you have to wait 7 minutes for the cooldown. And if a player kills you, or an NPC kills you, the cooldown doesn't reset. You're stuck with 2 options. Either wait or leave and rejoin. Players have been asking for a Conqueror Hockey cooldown timer since before Harry Kane won a trophy. We'll get GTA 6 before we get that cooldown timer. And there are still no sound effects for Conqueror Hockey V2. I was so hyped when they dropped it, and when I didn't hear a sound effect, I thought it was a bug. I rejoined, and still nothing. I waited for the next week thinking they'd patch it, but still no sound. A lot of people also want to choose which version of their hockey shows, V1, V2, or V3. Just like how we can pick which accessories we want visible in-game. Another major issue is optimization, especially for low-end devices. They need to add an extreme low detail setting, because on most devices, once a player reaches C3, the game crashes as soon as they hit the play button. It's crazy. Players grind through C1 and C2, only to crash before they even get a glimpse of C3. This will help reduce lag and make the game run better on low-end devices. The next problem is damage scaling. It doesn't make sense. For 1 or 2 weeks, Ace might be stronger than True Hakuto, and then the next week, Hakuto is stronger than Euro V4. They need to scale things better. If you buff Ace, you should also buff True Hakuto, so they stay in their respective categories. If they add a new sword and the damage test comes out, you should see Ace still in 2nd or 3rd place. And for Euro V4, there's no way a sword that someone paid 999 Robux for, or someone traded everything they had for Darkblade, should be weaker than the knockoff version. For example, Gravity Blade should be as strong as True Hakuto, since both have a 0.1% drop rate. There are more bugs and glitches in the game, but these are just the ones that stand out in the One Fruit Discord server. I'm not against an anime crossover, but refining the game and making it run smoothly sounds like a better idea. New animations, visual effects, and reworked items would make the game much better. If you think I missed anything, or want me to do another video like this, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.